To become a UX designer is not an easy task. You have to first search for the methods you have to use. You start Googling, you start looking for videos on YouTube, you maybe start watching some tutorial that you find and you like and you can understand, and then doing nothing about it, and then abusing the manager in the job you currently work for, and then end up giving up. You will never become a UX designer like this. Then how did you become a UX designer, you may ask? Let me tell you a story. I did my first UX course on Udemy on how to use Adobe XD and applied for my first internship. And please hold on with me while I talk about the course from Udemy and where that took me. When I started out as a UX designer, I got an internship. I was given a design system and a UI library to refer to, and a problem statement to make screens. I was paid every problem I solved, paid me some amount. It was fair, if you ask me, for the time and where I was and where I was starting at. I did those tasks, took vague design decisions and created vague screens, followed the rules of UI design that I was given. But I was horrible. That was not UX. That was just designing screens based on some UI rules that I didn't even understand. I got fired. I was told I was not made for this. I was told I should do something else. The assumption was cranking screens with UI rules using UI libraries is what a UI UX designer has to do. But that is very far from the truth. The job of a UX designer is to start at the beginning. It might sound weird, doesn't even make sense, but what did I tell you? That I got a problem statement. I was given a UI design system library to follow to make screens to solve that problem statement. The real job of a UX designer is actually to question that problem statement. Because unless you question that problem statement, you don't even start the process of actually designing. And how do I know this? So let me tell you one thing. I'm not paid at all. I wish I was by IxDF. I have no affiliations. I don't even have a subscription anymore. But I still want to share this with you. Approximately uh, 2 years ago, I uploaded a video called Easy Way into UX. IxDF course review after using IxDF for 1 year. And now it's been 2 years, and my IxDF subscription ended at the starting of this year, 2024, and it's almost 2025. I wanted to revisit that. I wanted to revisit what IxDF courses did for me. And the way I'm going to explore this is by asking a very human centric design thinking philosophy method. I'm going to ask basic questions that you ask while solving a problem in design. I'll ask when, who, what, why, and how for IxDF course subscriptions. By answering these questions, you'll be able to decide if you need this subscription or not. I'm not going to sell you this subscription. I don't even get anything out of it. But let's ask these questions and I'll answer these questions honestly based on what it did for me. I'll give you a small recap before that. Who am I? I'm a UX designer, currently designing and leading a team in a UAV drone company, let's say. I have been working as a designer for last 5 years. I'm doing pretty well in terms of job satisfaction and monetary uh, compensation, let's say. I'll revisit the last review quickly. In my last video about this, I have said the quality of content is really great by IxDF. Community which IxDF provides is very strong. It's great value for money. It gives you very relevant knowledge. And all these things still hold up. They still have these things and they have been working on it more. So let's start with the question when. You should take a IxDF subscription, or let's say when should you take a IxDF subscription is any time, any stage of your career. You can take IxDF subscription because it helps you. Okay, at all the stages. If you're starting, you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, if you're an expert. Now we are getting into when and who together. When you're beginning, it builds a base. It gives you a set of basic beginner level courses that gives you enough knowledge that turns you into a learned beginner. When at your intermediate state, you can gain a lot of knowledge and rise above the level you're currently at. That can help you with more things depending on what you want to do with your career. When you're an expert, it gives you that extra push as maybe a management or a team lead to impact the organization in a way that helps the design of your product and the customer experience of your product. Who is it for? It's for UI designers, UX designers, visual designers, project managers, front end designers, marketing, researchers, executives, anyone. Because design is not just for designers, design is for everyone and anyone who's trying to solve a problem. Because design is problem solving at core. So, what should you learn when you have a IxDF subscription? It would be, let's say, the courses that I have done Let me name a few. I have done the beginner's guide. I have done the design thinking course. I have done the visual design course. I have done the agile course for UX designer. I have done the usability. I've done the HCI course. I have done psychology, Gestalt psychology course. I've I've done a lot of courses from IxDF. It has helped me a lot. You can go to my LinkedIn profile, check out all my certificates I have. I do not value certificates, but the knowledge that it gives you is huge from each of those courses. And it's not easy to complete a course. It takes a lot of dedication, but it is worth it. Then why should you do these courses? You should do these courses if you want to get into UX design. If you want to gain knowledge in UX design, if you're already in UX design, then if you want to grow in your team to gain knowledge and perform better, if you want to switch jobs for, let's say, and you want to increase your knowledge not only for the interviews but to actually use that knowledge to grow as a UX designer, as a UI designer, as a visual designer, at anywhere, basically to become a T-shaped designer, an interdisciplinary designer, to have knowledge about all aspects of a product designing process and to choose which one you want to be expert in, becoming a T-shaped designer. Next question is how. Now, once you have decided when, who, what, and why, then the question is how. And how depends on what your question for all these last questions are. So you'll have to find it out yourself. And it's pretty tough. It was tough for me as well. But as a designer who has done all this, I would like to help you. So leave a comment of why you want to do it, and I'll try to answer that question. Or what you could do is you could send me an email on my email address, which is on the screen right now, and maybe we can talk one on one or a meeting where I can help you. So, yeah, this was my review of IxDF course because it is a great platform. In his book, Design of Everyday Things, Dan Norman actually suggests you in his references to go through this website. So, is taking a subscription for IxDF worth it? Should you take it? 100%. Go take it today if you know answers to all the questions. Good luck.